はい、皆さんこんにちは。スタブがちょっと溜まって9200あるので、どうしようかな。ファーストかサードを入れ替えようかな。いい選手がいれば。あ、5万5千、フラッシュセール。えーっと、まずサード見ていきますね。えーっと、ポール・デ・ヨン、チッパー、トロイ・グレイウスかなだよね。うーん。マチャドも変えるのか。あと、マットショー、新人。それから、こっちのメニューマチャード。で、ブレグマン。マチャード、このマチャードいいね。で、ファーストはフリーン、ボーグ。パスクアンティーノ。オイルシュミット。うーん。うーん。でこのマチャードで、で、え
And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. Diamond Dynasty Baseball coming your way on the show. It's Los Angeles taking on Chicago. All right, just about set to go. And starting in this one, Paul Skeens.
A power pitcher that is going to pitch aggressively with the fastball. His fastball velocity ranks near the top in the league. Will also throw the slider, but if you're a hitter, be ready for the fastball. You're going to see a few of them during your at-bat.
That's inside.
Here's a fun fact on Corbin, and I don't know if everyone remembers their first jersey, but Carroll certainly does. He used to rock it.
This one swung on and hit well. Way back there. Pulls it in on the warning track. Here's Manny Machado now. This guy is an elite level hitter, especially considering contact and just the ability to hit for average. What you really like, though, stays in against those righties, and that's not so easy as a right-handed batter.
There's some players, for whatever reasons, they seem to just face a slew of right-handed pitchers, and their comfort level increased so much that they'd actually prefer to face that same side thrower in a tough situation.
Cut on and miss, struck him out, and there's 2 away. And here is Ted Williams. Robert going back on it. Onto the track, and he makes the catch. Back here with my pal Singy, and towing the slab, Tyler McGill.
That's shortstop.
Well, you're going to see good velocity between the four-seam fastball and the cutter. Better be ready to hit. It's going to be fairly straight, but just because it's straight doesn't mean it's easy to get the barrel on it.
On to Oscar. One gone, bottom half of the first. Here's Ellie. No matter what he does on the field, it feels exciting.
Ellie De La Show, partner, an electric player. No wonder they put him on the cover.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder.
And Charleston makes the catch. Here's the left fielder, Eric Davis. Right through there for a strike. Swings over the top of that one.
More and more guys are looking to slug regardless of the count. In this situation, we'll keep a close eye on his approach.
Gets to it, on to first, and he beats the throw. He's safe. So digging in, Carlos Pena. Pulls that one foul. 2 outs. Runner takes off, headed down the line. And a foul ball. Here comes a pitch. Runner on the go again. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. The throw to first. That ends the inning. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now it's going to be Roman Anthony. Skeens back to work. Swing and a miss. Blew it by him at 99. Anthony batting in the cleanup spot, and he's usually in the outfield. Today he's the DH, and it's 1-1. That one in triple digits.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
And he grounds one back up the middle. Base hit. That was smoke through the infield. So a man on base to start the inning.
Good 2-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. Couldn't get any air under it, but he smoked.
Runner on the move. Gets the bunt down the right side. To third, tag, got it. Here's the second baseman. Inside corner, and that's called a strike.
This is one of those situations the infielders have to.
Runner takes off.
One ball,
Pitch
one
misses.
No.
Throw, save. On the ground to short.
Batting 7, the catcher, Will
Smith to the plate. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Here's the pitch. Both runners on the move. The squeeze is popped up. He never gets off a throw. Everyone's safe, and a run comes in to score. Hello.
Oscar.
Runners at the corners here. Runners on the move. Squeeze attempt misses. And safe.
No ball, one strike.
It's a stolen base. And they put the tag on him for the out. Base is empty, 2 away, but 2 runs are in here at the top of the second. Ground ball to the right side. And he's out on the tag. And that will end the inning.
いや、やっぱりこのゲーム神ゲーです。
And we're back, ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now the right fielder, Pete Crow Armstrong.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2.
No balls, 2
クロ
strikes.
スピはね、二度と買わない。
And that one popped in the air, left field. Reaching down and makes the grab. Eugenio Suarez up to the plate now. Foul ball there. 1 out, base is empty. And a big swing and a miss.
0-2.
Hard hit to third. Throws to first, and there's 2 down. So here's Robert now.
The center fielder, Luis Robert.
That one is absolutely belted. And that gets down in the corner. Around first and hustling for second. Not stopping. He's going for 3. And this is going to be a 2-out triple.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. Came screaming off the bat. I'm sure exit velocity's off the charts. No doubt he squared that baseball up perfectly. So there was no fluke to that triple by any means.
On the ground. On to Oscar. That's the inning. All set for the start of the inning. Stepping in is the switch hitting shortstop, Ellie De La Cruz. And first offering is fouled off. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand looks so good, and then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Throws to first in time. Barely got him for the out. Close play. Back to the top of the lineup. Now it's the right fielder, Corbin Carroll. He's 0 for 1. That one in the dirt, and it's 1-0. One down, base is empty. Check swing, called strike. Fights that one away, still 1-2. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Gets to it on to first. Out on the drop, third strike, 2 gone. Manny Machado up to the plate.
Well, maybe approaching this at bat with a bit too much determination. Sometimes you just got to let the game come to you.
That one not close. 1-0. He swings and hits a fly ball. Center field. On the move. Makes the catch. Inning over. As we go to the last of the third. And now, William Contreras. On the ground to the left. Machado throws to first in time. 1 up, 1 down. So the lineup flips over. Trey Turner at the plate. Ripped to third and caught.
Well, baseball can be cruel, can it? I mean, sometimes it gives and sometimes it takes away. He did everything right on that swing, but he's got nothing to show for it.
Base knock center field. And that extends the inning.
Now, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch he could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good.
2-0.
And a pitch out, but nothing going on.
This might be a steal situation, but that's not your average catcher behind the dish. You have to be careful here.
And that one gets past the catcher. So a wild pitch allows the runner to advance. De La Cruz on at second with 2 down. Puts it in the air out towards left center. Williams snags it, and that is that. On to the fourth. Now the left fielder, Ted Williams. And that's a fair ball. Now he'll turn for second. And he's there with a leadoff double.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Just a great approach. Looked like that was exactly what he wanted to do with that pitch. And right off the bat,
there's a swing and a drive. Makes the catch on the edge of the track. Runner tags at second. Throw cut off to third. And he's in safely at third with 1 out. And now here's the big center fielder, Luis Robert. 0 for 1. He hit into a fielder's choice his first time. And the runner's coming home. One attempt misses. Throw to third, and he's out. 2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. Robert makes the catch, and that'll do it. And welcome back to the ballpark. Ready to go, bottom 4. And now the first baseman, Carlos Pena. And there's a strike.
Boog, over 80% of his first pitches are strikes. You're doing that, you could have a really good day out there on the mound.
Fair ball.
Pretty tough for the infielders to do anything with that one. He pulled it hard into the outfield, and even when you keep it on the ground, it feels great when you hit a missile like that.
On the ground to second, might be 2. There's 1. Not in time at first. It's a fielder's choice.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution. He might want to steal second in this spot, but he's dealing with a catcher that has one of the best pop times in the game. He
can't pick it up cleanly. And they'll have runners at the corners after a 1-out single.
Wastes no time there. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
Next to hit, Luis Robert Jr.
0-1.
No throw, safe at second. Calling for the intentional walk, and that loads up the bases. And the force play is now in order.
Number 4.
Now it's the second baseman. In the dirt. Wow, that's a great job behind the dish there. All loaded up. Dangerous hitter at the plate. A bunt, and it's popped up. Brings it in. 2 away. And they make it a double play with the tag. And we're back. Ready now for the 5th inning. Here's the second baseman, number 4. Skeens back to work. And first offering is fouled off.
Ball.
And there's
That's
a ball.
2 balls, 1 strike.
That one
No, that's
misses.
low. Ball.
And that's ball 3.
He hasn't fallen behind in the count like this all day. He's in danger of walking his first batter right here.
And that one is lifted in the air. Crow Armstrong pulls it down. 1 up, 1 down. And up
Now
to the
batting,
plate
the
is
catcher,
Will Smith.
Will Smith.
Swing and a foul out of play. 1 down, base is empty. Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt.
0-2.
I'll tell you what, he's embarrassed right now. Never swings at that kind of pitch, especially that early in the count.
De La Cruz throws across the diamond, and they get the out on Smith. 2 outs, base is empty. And here's the first baseman, Oscar Charleston. Outside low, and that's ball 1. Charleston, 25 years old, usually in the outfield, but today he's starting at first. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
1 and
Always
1.
concerns me a little bit making that move from the outfield to first base. Just how you work that bag. Don't want to have a collision with the base runner.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Oh, great stop from his knees. The throw. Nicely done for the out. Bottom of the inning, and now it's William Contreras.
Leading off.
Well, I got a chance to meet
the
William
catcher,
during spring
William
training as he was coming up trying to get to the big leagues, and this kid's got some ridiculous pop. Watched him on the backfields taking batting practice. All of his coaches would just kind of roll their eyes and say, this kid's going to be great, without actually saying the words. Then later that season, I got a chance to chat with Wilson, big brother, and ask him about little brother, and he smiled as well. Said, yeah, he's good, and gave me that look that I think he might be better than me eventually.
Pitch is in the dirt, and it's 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. Smith collects, fires to first, gets him. 1 away on a drop, 3rd strike.
The batter, number
So the
7.
batting order turns over.
Shortstop.
Here's Turner now.
Turner.
First pitch doesn't find the zone. The shortstop takes a ball.
The rest of the lineup could learn a thing or two from this at bat right here. He's been patient, and now he's in the driver's seat with a 2-0 count.
So Turner reaches base, and this is a guy with good speed. Man at first with 1 gone. Now the third baseman, Mlb De La Cruz. And Turner's back in. Right through there for a strike. Turner runs. Swing and a miss. Throw to second. He's safe. Turner, the runner at second with 1 away.
1 and 2.
In the dirt, blocked. Tag, save. He's into third on the wild pitch. And that's down and away. Puts a bunt down. Tries the bare hand, and it gets by him. The run scores from third, and they trail by 1. Here's the left fielder, Eric Davis. 0 for 2 in this one. Outside, and that's ball 1. Tying run is at first. Last half of inning number 5. That's down and in.
Last 2 pitches have been down in the zone. Pitcher clearly trying to get that ground ball double play. But in this count, you're going to have to give in, elevate his pitches, and get back into this at bat.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Runner on the go. It's a pitch out. Trying to wiggle out of a rundown now. The tag, and he's out. Can't get back in time. Check swing, went around. Counts full, 3-2. Draws the walk there.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offense.
And there's the 3rd out. That'll do it for the inning. And welcome back to the ballpark. All set for the top of the 6th. Now it's the shortstop, Ellie De La Cruz. There's a strike.
Boog, over 80% of his first pitches are strikes. You're doing that, you could have a really good day out there on the mound.
Next offering is in for a strike.
0-2 count, both pitches on the inside part of the plate. Hitter is thinking, I don't want to get beat here. This is a good time for something off speed away.
Davis hustling after it. 1 down. This is Corbin Carroll. Strike 1.
Big time GM right there. I hate it as a hitter, but standing in center field, you can't help but chuckle a little bit.
Robert moves under it. Drops into the glove, and there are 2 outs. Here's Machado. There's a swing and a miss.
No balls, 1 strike.
Ball 1 there.
Good purpose pitch right there. Try to tease him, get him to raise his sights, pop something up, and make it an easy out.
Swings and misses. And it's 1-2.
1-2's the count.
And a swing and a miss. Down on strike. Bottom of the 6th. Now, Pete Crow Armstrong.
The right fielder, Pete Crow Armstrong.
And that one is inside.
You know, this guy's great speed is in the back of that pitcher's mind. If he can get on, it's going to give him one more thing he's got to think about.
Swings and pulls it foul to the right side. Swing and a miss. And it's 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And that's downstairs and outside. And that bunt goes foul. It's a strikeout. And Eugenio Suarez up to hit now. 1 for 2.
Eugenio Suarez.
And that one fouled off. Home team down a run here in the bottom of the 6th. And that one pulled foul. That missed by a lot. 1-2 the count. Rip towards third. Fires over to first. And that quickly 2 away. And now the center fielder, Luis Robert Jr. First pitch misses.
The offense needs to start showing some fight against this starter. He's doing his thing out there. They're going to have to push back at some point and make him work a little bit harder.
1-1.
That one misses. And that's ball 2. Late with the swing there. 2 out, space is empty. Next pitch is in the dirt. Full count, 3-2. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That one's back. And it's gone. Home run. He flexes his power with that swing. It's 2-2. So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. Now it's the second baseman. That's to third. Sends it across to first. That ends the frame. And we're back. And now Ted Williams.
The left fielder, Ted Williams.
Going on. Part of what makes Hader's fastball so unique is that he gets carried on the fastball up in the zone. And yet he grips it like a sinker. So technically his fastball is labeled as a sinker.
Now pitching. Camilo.
2 balls and a strike. Here it comes. Swing and a drive. This one is crushed. No doubt about it. And here in the late stages, they have the lead. A gigantic blast. It's 3-2. Digging in, Roman Anthony. That one fouled off. Check swing, called strike. The 0-2 comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Contreras down to first with it. In time to get him. One away in the strikeout.
Just not a good pitch to swing at. One reason he's an everyday player is he usually lays off of that junk.
Drops a bunt down the first base side. And foul ball. One down, base is empty. Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. That'll fire up the dugout. It's their second home run of the inning. It's 4-2. And first offering is fouled off. A little up front there as he swings through it.
0-2.
Right side. Takes it to the bag, steps on first, and it's out number 2. 2 down, base is empty. And here's the catcher, Will Smith. Handles, throws to first, and they get the out on Smith. Third out, and that ends. Set for the last half of the 7th. Here's the catcher, William Contreras.
Contreras.
At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. That one catches the corner for a strike.
Oh, this guy's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. Even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger, he's not worried if he gets to an 0-2 count.
And puts the squeeze on that one. And there's one down. Here's Trey Turner. And ball
That missed.
1.
That's a ball.
Base is empty, 1 away. Here at the bottom of the 7th. And there's a rocket into the outfield.
All over that one right there. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
De La Cruz at the plate now, and that's inside. Hit hard, but foul off to the left.
Now, these guys definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap, but, you know, at the very least, if you could...
There goes the runner. Swing and a miss. Throw. Save.
2-2.
That's a ball.
No, that missed.
Tried the
That's a ball.
sweeper.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the...
Runner goes again. And a sac bunt here. De La Cruz stuck in a rundown, trying for home now. Tags the runner. Safe. And that's his 3rd hit. Now the left fielder, Eric Davis. Outfield deep here, trying to prevent anything over their heads. Trinan checks the runner. Ow! They got him, and ready to begin the 8th. And now here is Oscar Charleston. Doval back to work. Swinging a ground ball. Gets it to first, and they get Charleston for the out. Ellie De La Cruz, the next to hit.
Ellie
Doval, a 6'2 righty, 27 years old, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. That one ripped. And gone. He'll circle the bases, and they tack on to their lead. It's 5-2. Back to the top of the order now. And now the right fielder, Corbin Carroll. Swing. And a miss, and that one missed by a ton. Here's your 1. And that is out of play. Foul tip, but he hangs on for strike 3. 2 outs, base is empty. Now the number 2 hitter, Manny Machado. Off the mark there. And that is ball 1. Fly ball to right. Crow Armstrong should have it. He's got it. And that's the 3rd out. And welcome back to the ballpark.
The left fielder.
Pitching change here. Aroldis Chapman.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a tone.
0-1.
Swing and a miss.
Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the 9th, that closer's coming in.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Carlos Pena. Popped up. Settles underneath it. 2 up, 2 down. 2 down, bases empty. Pete Crow Armstrong getting ready to hit.
Armstrong.
Swing and a miss. There's the slider. It's 0-1.
Got to keep things airtight defensively right here. On your toes, ready to make a play. If you can get this to the 9th with a 3-run lead.
On to Oscar. 3 up, 3 down. Inning over. We go to the 9th. And the batter now, Ted Williams.
Ted Williams.
And first offering is fouled off. On the ground, right side. And foul ball. Chases in the dirt. Slider there. Contreras applies the tag. It's a strikeout. 1 away. Roman Anthony now at the plate. He swings and fouls one off. That one's in there, and it's 0-2. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. Up with it, fires to first. In time for the 2nd out. Good job to clean it up after the drop 3rd strike. Bunts it straight back to the mound. Tosses to first, and that is that. And we're back. Last chance for the home team.
Designated hitter,
Craig Kimbrell on to pitch here.
I can't imagine any save is an easy one. You're holding a small lead on the scoreboard, and you know those hitters are going to give you the best at bats they can. So it's always high stress. Let's see what he's got here to try and close it out.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Here's a 1-1. That one missed.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Ripped on a line. Robert makes the catch. 1 away.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there.
Nope,
Nothing to
that's
show
in.
for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Swing and a miss, strike one.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
The delivery to Robert. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And they're down to their last out. Here's the second baseman. 0 for 3 in this one. Sends it to center, and that's going to do it. And that'll do it. And your final.
おああ、来た来た。そりゃサマーでしょ。でもサマーでも安い選手がいるからわからないけども。おう。ダイヤモンド確定ですが、いいぞいいぞいいぞいいぞ。先発。マクラーズジュニア。とりあえずまあ、先発にシート。で、レフト。誰？チリ・デイビス。いいね。で、91以上。ほい。誰だ？セカンド誰？クレメンツ。ちょっと待って。セカンド誰だったっけ？ホットケンプだったんだ。いや、これでダイヤモンドっていうと。来ないか。でもまだわからない。ここで来るかもしれない。ゴールド。楽だし。 というわけで、勝ってまたスタブが溜まり、良い循環が生まれてますね。あと、ファーストかな。ファーストとか先発とか、それ以降かな。ちなみに、ファーストをもう一回見てみると、この辺が変えるよ。変えるね。うん。まあ、とりあえず、それでは、またね、バイバーイ。